zombie. I'm a zombie. And it is the Luke and Pete Show. How you doing, Lukey Mo? Lukey Mo, it's the Luke and Pete Show. Two guys in the room. One of them may or may not be a zombie, depending on how deep he's been bitten.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm all right, thanks, Peter. How's it going?
I'm fine. My body stinks, Luke.
Okay, I could have told you that.
My body absolutely stinks. And
Why?
I'll tell you for why.
Shower broken?
At the weekend, I opted, if you will, to try and underseal my car.
Okay.
Protect it from the elements, if you will. Because out in Japan...
I wasn't aware you had to do that. Is that a thing? Or should I be doing that?
Yeah, probably. It's quite a new car. You'll be all right for a few. It'll probably be covered under warranty.
I've never been told about that. No one's ever said that to me.
Well, when you live on the seaside with the salty sea air, the salty sea dogs...
The briny sea air.
The briny sea air.
It's a briny air.
It can be a little abrasive on the old undercrackers of a car, and especially Japanese ones, because they don't put salt on their roads, so I don't think they seal quite a lot of their cars. And also, I think I have taken my car in to, have work done on it, and I think somewhere along the line, they've lost the under tray. I don't have an under tray on my car anymore. They've taken it. It's gone. It's just gone. It's just gone, which is very upsetting.
I'm just looking at, apparently Japan, they heat the roads.
In certain places, yeah, I think they have
rather than using salt. Interesting.
Seems wasteful.
Sprinklers built into roadside barriers. The Shosetsu system, apparently.
Ooh,
very good.
Like warm water spraying out. Imagine getting that on your leg.
Who
on an exposed
knew
bit of ankle.
That Japan was good at tech?
I know, right? I know.
It's come from nowhere, that. Yeah. I continually live in fear across many aspects of my life that there's loads of obvious stuff I should be doing that I never do. And sooner or later, someone's going to find out and go, what? You've lived in that house for 11 years and you've never, custom sealed the windows or something. I have no idea. No one tells me any of these rules. I don't know what they are. I don't have any interest in DIY. And sealing one's car is something I've never heard of.
No, well, it's just basically finding a suitable, clingy enough grease to go on the underside of your car. And I went with the product called Lanogard. Now, I don't have a driveway, and and technically, I don't think you're allowed to do a lot of work on your car just in the road. I think that's illegal. But I did it anyway because I'm a bad boy for life. So
they call Adolf Eichmann.
That's exactly right.
It is.
What? He was doing work on his car.
Well, I'll tell you the story in a minute. I don't want to digress too much from your story. You
well, we're quite similar fellas in many ways. I just undersealed the car. I used a spray mechanism to the bottom of the car that I got me ramps. I got my car ramps. Got the car up, I'm because of the sort of camber of the road, relatively certain that car was going to just absolutely come down on top of me. So I was just running in like a ninja, spray, run out, run in, spray, run out, spray. But the stuff that they use, Lanogard, absolutely stinks of. If you got the dirtiest sheep in town and just sweated it, just got it on a runner. Got it on a running machine and just sweated it. That's what it smells like, and it is still on my body. It is still in the street where I undersealed
not worth it. Rather a rusty car.
Well, I thought, you know what? I mean, I'm under here now. I could drive to some wasteland, or I could do it outside the neighbour's house, which I've done, and now it stinks. So I'd like to apologise to Tim, who lives next door, whose front now.
This show does very regularly these days descend into a list of apologies to your neighbours.
Correct. Completely agree. Yeah. But
presumably an important piece of work that's now finished, so you can at least bask in the reflected glory of that.
It's the bits where I've driven over speed bumps at speed. The oil pan has taken the brunt of it, and kind of malformed and got rusty. That bit's sealed. I don't know about anything else. Don't really know how it all works, but I've done my best, and I shan't be doing it again myself because it is fucking horrible.
Have you found yourself in a situation in your life now where you're just finding things to do?
No, because the things I did first time round coming back around again. Do you know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, I like doing something for the first time, but I hate doing something for the second time. So boring. So boring. I thought we covered this, I said to myself.
No, I never do any of this practical stuff ever.
Well, I guess
We had a leak in our underneath our bath the other night. Our downstairs neighbours, God bless them, they're great neighbours. They messaged quite late on saying, I think every time you have a shower, it leaks into our bathroom. So we're going to
oh dear,
we're going to look into it. And I was like, well, don't you look into it because you can't do anything about that.
no,
It's my responsibility. We'll sort it.
Not unless you open a wall and they've looked into it and they've climbed into a cavity wall and they've clambered up to your house in
Which
the
I
cavity
don't want them
wall.
doing. I've told them that.
And they're looking at you in the shower.
I don't want them doing that. But I obviously had to call a plumber. The plumber fixed it. Basically, the overflow in the bath had come away. The seal had come away, and so whenever time that someone had a shower, it kind of drip through the gap, and it started to build up. So they fixed it. Well, anyway, it's fine. It cost me £300 or whatever, but it's fixed. But the whole time, I was thinking, I could never do this. I could just never do it. I think I'd make it worse. It cost me a lot more money. There's no point. I'm 45 now. I'm good at some stuff. But part of being good at some stuff is acknowledging that you're not very good at other stuff. So I just swerve it. But on the Adolf Eichmann thing, Adolf Eichmann was the architect of the Holocaust, and he successfully fled to Argentina after the Second World War. A load of intel tip-offs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think would it have been Shin Bet or Mossad, whoever the Israeli intelligence service was at the time, obviously tracked him down.
Yeah.
And without telling anyone, because I don't think they fully trusted the Argentinian government to do the right thing and stuff, they tracked him down, found out where he was. And the key part of this story, for what you were just saying, do you know this story?
No, I don't.
Basically, what they did was they monitored him for ages and watched him coming back from work and stuff and his routine. And they found out that he was like a real bastard for, well, he's a bastard generally, but a real bastard for fixing cars.
Right, okay.
So they set up a car on his walk home. This is the Israeli intelligence service. Popped the bonnet, stuck one of their agents under the hood. Yeah. Fixing it, knowing that he wouldn't be able to resist having a look at what was going on.
Oh, little nosy engine boy.
And then he stopped and started talking to them, bent over and had a look himself, and they nabbed him.
Right.
And
Could they not just nab him anywhere? Like, it just seems needlessly elaborate.
I think they did the best they could.
Right.
But then what they did, Peter, is they dressed him in an Israeli airline cabin crew uniform after they'd knocked him out.
Yeah.
Chloroformed him, whatever.
Yeah.
Got him back to the old Buenos Aires airport, said he was sick and he needed to travel back with them. They didn't question it, and they got him back to Israel.
They weekend at Bernie's.
Pretty much.
Like Eichmann. My God, I mean, that's amazing.
There's two great books about it. One's called The Nazi Hunters by Andrew Nagorski, and the other one is called Finding Eichmann.
I think if you are... It's actually quite dramatic to see somebody knocked out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Hunting Eichmann, by Neil Bascom.
If you find... if you see someone and they're being carried by two burly Israeli men... and you go,
they were dressed as cabin crew as well, I think.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, it's our cabin crew. Well, they shouldn't be on the flight. They shouldn't. I know they're. Yeah. It just seems you got to have your passport checked. Surely, I don't know how it worked back then. I don't know.
I think it was a little bit more lax. I reckon
a little bit more lax, wasn't it?
And I think when he was caught, I think it was like a very, very early 60s.
Right. Okay.
But I always think that when you see it in movies and stuff where someone gets knocked out or whatever, you sometimes see it on in real life, right? I mean, do you remember? Have you seen that video of that bloke kicking off and making a dickhead of himself outside Box Park in Wembley?
Oh yeah, where that ex-boxer is the
bouncer turns out to be former heavyweight contender Julius Francis, and chins him, and he's knocked out. Like, how do you know then there's something not serious wrong with him? Because his mate goes, his mate's had a terrible time of it because his mate basically spends the first few minutes of that video telling him to stop it. And then the last part of the video, just trying to put him in a recovery position. You won't have
wake him up
on a night out, But they put him in the recovery position, and presumably he's fine. But you'd be worried, wouldn't you, if you chinned someone like that and that happened? Yeah,
so I guess. But I mean, I guess if you've gone around chinning, I guess you've got to be more worried if you are an ex-heavyweight contender. He
doesn't seem worried, does he?
He doesn't seem worried. I don't know. If you're a man of the fist, presumably you've done it a few times before. But you would be thinking that a judge, if this man cracks his head and says goodnight, he's quite a young guy though, so I mean that probably counts for something. If you crack someone's head on the pavement and they die, they will go, Yeah, but I mean, he was smaller than you, and he no matter what he was doing, you are a heavyweight boxer. You kind of know.
Yeah, and also you probably shouldn't be doing that in that role.
No.
It's a pleasing video though.
It's very look any racist on a tube. That
brilliant.
man who
Can't get
had
enough of
that man who had his glasses stolen at the protests, anything like that. Yeah. It makes me smaller and stupider by watching it, but I can't get enough of it.
Sometimes you need a little bit of fast food for the soul, don't you?
Exactly, just a little bit of catharsis.
The geezer who's being raced on the tube, and then the black man's had enough of it, knocks him out and takes his bag, and the door's just closed. And he's off. He must be waking up thinking, what's happened here?
What's happened here?
I've got a vague memory of being racist. Now I've lost my bag.
I think I was having high tea at the Savoy, and then the next thing is I'm asleep on the Piccadilly line.
So apparently, the length of time a person is knocked out can vary from a fraction of a second to minutes, or in a case of severe brain injury, longer. Apparently, when you get knocked out, what happens is your brain comes away from your skull and shuts down. Right. That's what's happening. So you're literally getting a brain rattler.
Well, I mean, because it's always like lads who can really punch. They always like it's the jaw, isn't it? It's the jaw that sort of knocks you out, innit?
Yeah, if you get someone on the jaw, I think it's to do with the pressure points around the ear or something.
Yeah. Sucks your brain
I told you I got
into
knocked out as a kid. I told you that by my mate's dad who chopped a tree down that landed on me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I was sick.
Take some years off, doesn't it?
And I remember, it probably will for me. I remember him being very keen for me to convalesce at his house.
Right. Yeah, I bet he was.
Just to delay some time between going back to my mum and dad's down the road.
Spinal fluid gooping out your nose.
Put me on the sofa, give me a Lucozade. Couldn't do enough for me.
I'll go to the off license and get you some chocolate if you want. If that's going to help. That's going to help. That's going to help.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Do you want me to go to prison and your friend not have a dad anymore? Is that what you want? Sounds like that's
what
you want.
So he was away a lot anyway. I wonder what proportion or percentage of my friends' dads who were in the Navy growing up, which is basically everyone apart from my dad, how many of them actually went inside for a bit and said they're away?
Oh yeah. Or other families, which happened quite a lot to the naval folk of the Northeast.
Such as yourself.
Well, yeah. I'm out in Japan all the time, me, just looking after.
Danny Dyer talks about that, doesn't he? Danny Dyer says that. Have you heard the Danny Dyer Louis Theroux episode?
I've heard the bits where he's talking about Pinter and stuff, but yeah. There's
a bit where he talks about how when he was 9 years old, I think it's a woman turns up at his family home.
Yeah.
And his dad, it basically turns out his dad's got a whole other family.
Oof.
Yeah. Bad,
busting that one. I mean, I know you want to get one back over the man of the house being a pain in the arse and doing what he did. I do sort of think I know it's instinctual and it's.
She'd be raging though, wouldn't she? Very, very traumatic. That
you would be raging, upset. But you would also be like, I mean, what's worse? I mean, nothing good comes out of this. No. Why ruin two families? You know.
But you're probably in a situation where you're like, I know, and so it's only fair that they know. You'd probably, if you're thinking rationally, you'd probably say to the fella, ultimatum, you've got to tell him.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I'll tell him, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a deeply traumatic thing. The thing I take away from it, of course, with due respect to the people who are victims of it, which is awful, but if I may make a frivolous point for the purposes of a podcast episode, I would just say that what are these men doing? Because my life is complicated enough. What are they doing?
To be fair, I said that about people who've got two kids. I'm like, what?
Yeah, true. Same.
But men who have more than one, just affairs, man. I don't have.
But it's like an affair times a million.
Yeah.
You're living a whole other life. How are you managing it, and why do you want to do it?
But presumably,
something quite 80s about it.
People get pregnant and people, that's how that happens, I suppose. But I mean, I mean, just...
How do people get pregnant, Pete? I don't know.
Much. To be fair, you could kind of, like DIY, you could kind of use stuff that you had in one house, 2 sheds. Now I'm thinking about you got 2 sheds.
Get
2 houses, 2 sheds, 2 places to put your wood, two places to keep your under sealant.
But think about the cost of having to have 2 homes, though.
Yeah, I mean that.
Are you having the mortgage meeting about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, it seems you're kind of registered somewhere else as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be your first home. Wow.
Do I get a first time buyer's discount? Well,
there's just red flags everywhere. There are red flags everywhere. It must be because back in the day, admin was very manual, wasn't it?
Yeah. State lines. It's the old murderous state lines.
Yeah, it is a bit. It is a bit. But anyway, I don't mean to sound frivolous about it, because Danny Dyer was clearly very deeply affected by it. He talked about it quite
can you? Yeah, of course.
Eloquently, I thought. I actually think Danny Dyer's quite an interesting character these days.
Yeah,
he kind of reinvented himself by apologising for stupid shit he's done, and now people like him.
But then also kind of just having one job and keeping that forever. He's still in EastEnders, isn't he?
No, he left.
Did he leave? Oh, what's he doing then? What's he getting up to?
Well, he recently won a BAFTA, didn't he, for a comedy performance for Mr. Big Stuff, which is quite funny.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen Mr. Big Stuff?
I've not seen Mr. Big Stuff. Feels like a Sky One product.
That's worse than that. It's Sky Max.
What's Sky?
I don't even know what Sky Max is, but it's Sky Max.
Wow. Okay.
But it's written by that Ryan Sampson guy, who does. What else has he done? I can't remember. But anyway, the point is that Ryan Sampson plays this quite meek family man, and then one day in Essex, and then one day his sort of terrifying brother turns up, and it's Danny Dyer.
I see.
And the whole thing descends into farce. But Danny Dyer is very good in it. It's he won the BAFTA for it. I don't know if that means anything, but presumably it does. But it's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, there you go.
Any TV floating your boat, Donaldson?
What have I watched sort of recently?
American Office, probably.
American Office, probably. I've watched a documentary about the very definition of a Karen, who was living on a road where just lots of kids, like, half adorable, half annoying kids just running around and just, raising hell as kids can do. And this woman is just like one of those, the sort of woman who calls the police because some black people are having a barbecue on a beach. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of those kind of fellas. Yeah. Is one of them basically, and she's just slowly going insane. And the thing about like kids is, once you start marking yourself out as a humorless racist, you're gonna get, like, however many times the parents say, don't go over there and give her hell, don't do this, don't do that, your kids, you're gonna go, that's where that awful woman lives. You better. She's like the boogeyman. She's the boogie woman from in the road. So they're kind of they're ramping up. Yeah, they're ramping up the noise and sort of. But at the same time, she is just slowly going insane, and it ends with she shoots through a door. This
is in America, presumably.
Yes, she shoots through a door because she's gone fucking mental.
Documentaries in the UK of that nature rarely end in gun violence, do they?
No. It's a crossbow at best. Like, it's always farming men with crossbows. That's where that wasn't there like a stand your ground. I know we don't have stand your ground, but it's like you the right to defend your property bloke. Do you remember back in like the 90s?
That was a shotgun though, not a crossbow.
But do you remember the guy in the 90s, and they shot a TV guy? They shot They shot somebody from like the TV industry, I think, and shot him in the hand. I remember it was a big thing on Look North. I think it might have been in the Northeast back in the 90s. And he shot, and he was just this rotten farmer who he'd done something. Anyway, he shot the TV sort of production staffer in the hand. And I remember him sort of like holding his a hand up where he'd been shot.
I don't remember that, but I do remember the story of Tony Martin, who died earlier this year.
He's the farmer who shot the boy.
Yeah, with the 12 gauge.
Yeah, and it was a bit like, well, he was leaving.
Yeah, quickly. So it turned out that it became like a tabloidy debate, didn't it, about defending your property or whatever, your home. Yeah. But then it turned out the devil was in the detail, because Tony Martin, the kid was young, wasn't he? He was running away from the property when it happened, and Tony Martin didn't have a firearm certificate or a license or anything like that.
Yeah.
The kid was 16 years old.
You're right, though. It was all kind of like this man, he deserved to defend his property. Then you're right, and you actually read the details. I've noticed, I think we've spoken about it before, but I've noticed that a lot of those kind of Daily Mail Facebook posts, and it's just kind of like, immigrant does this, immigrant does that, immigrant chops off person's head, and it's like, really? I probably would have heard this story. And you click on the link, click through to the website. It happened in Kazakhstan 10 years ago. Yeah. And you're like, you are really fucking trying very hard to make this sound like this happened here. I mean, you really have to dig around going, the guy who got killed, he's kind of got a bit of a Russian-y kind of name. Oh, he's from Georgia. Right, okay. It was Georgia 15 years ago. It was like proper mad shit like that they're trying to get away with. My God.
That stuff happens online all the time now. Loads of footage it claimed to be, this is, King's Lynn last week. And it's not. It's like somewhere in Eastern Europe.
The American Civil War.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Going back to that Tony Martin thing, I remember when my house was burgled while I was in it, which is really frightening. And I'm not saying it's not a horrible, traumatic experience, because obviously it is. Tony Martin's
violating.
Dead now anyway. But yeah, it was horrible. And my friend, who's a police officer, he's got a senior police officer now. He I remember him telling me at the time, and I think the law is still the same. It's like you can use reasonable force, right?
Yes.
And a kind of, I guess, like a jury of your peers decides whether it's reasonable or not. But I do kind of have some sympathy with the idea that, I mean, obviously I don't have a gun or access to guns or anything like that. But you could see yourself like kicking someone in if they broke into your house and you're trying to defend your family, and that could end badly, right?
Yes. Yeah. No,
the best piece of advice I've ever heard, if someone breaks into your house at night, is don't turn any of the lights on.
Yeah, because you know where everything is.
You know your house.
Yeah, but like,
it's still frightening, though, isn't it?
The thing is, though, you have these fantasies all the time, but we all know I can't do anything.
No, I'm going to be a victim of it, mate. Because I'll tell you I keep forgetting my key.
Right. Okay. What? Do you see? Keep leaving keys around?
No, so I just think that I'm going to get in because the door's open or something.
Right.
And then the wife I have access to is going to kick me to death.
Oh, right, yes, I see. Well, that's what I mean. Like, I just don't think you would have to be I'm hoping for an elderly gentleman cat burglar with, like, Hamburglar style kind of clothes on, looking for gold and diamonds and like sneaking up the stairs. I could probably kick him in because he's elderly and he's a thin cat burglar, a wily cat burglar. Yeah, rappelling through a skylight. But
like Raffles the Amateur Cracksman, the great Victorian comedy novel.
Exactly. But more likely, it's going to be somebody who has a fentanyl addiction, who just needs his stuff. He just needs stuff to sell.
Like that bloke trying to smash into St James's Park the other day with the base of a parasol.
Was he? What? Somebody was trying to get into?
In broad daylight. Yeah.
Right. With the back end of a parasol.
Drug addict. It's a sad story. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of it. It's sad. But he was basically just using this umbrella parasol base and smashing the window of the, I guess it was the shop on the side of the stadium or something.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Not St James's Park in London, the actual.
No, as in the Newcastle United Stadium.
I just always think that, like, you'd probably get more money out of a charity shop. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just too obvious. It's too much of an icon.
Rob charity shops, Peter.
Don't rob charity shops, for crying out loud. I just always think that people who like commit crimes over Pokemon cards and stuff.
Yeah,
like it just
this guy
seems
I think was on crack. Sadly.
Yeah, go for the copper. Get on roofs, steal some lead.
We used to
Come
get
on.
so much copper when I was an electrician's labourer doing shopping centres. We used to get so much copper, and the governor used to let us have it.
What you just if you can get rid of it,
it was
you can
like
have
a perk. Like you'd be stripping, because part of the job would be stripping out the shops and stripping out the shopping centre and stuff.
Right.
Because it'd all be refitted. And he was like, "Yeah, any copper you find, you can have." And we used to go and take it to the scrap metal guy and get the money for it and use it for beers.
That's awesome.
It was seen as like a perk of the job at the time. I don't know if it still is. But anyway, basically on the reasonable force thing, my friend said that if you are defending yourself, you could knock someone out, but don't carry on after that.
Yeah.
And that seems entirely reasonable.
I think that's absolutely reasonable. Yeah, but you would sort of be like, right, well, what if I'm you're fantasizing that you're hog tying them to a bit of rope.
I'd love to cable tie someone to a radiator and just call the police real calm.
And just, and sort of go, Boy George here. It's happened again.
He did do that, didn't he?
He did do
That's
that.
a weird story, wasn't it?
He did do. He gets to it. And wasn't he having a? Was he having an argument with the woman out of Mallorca? I want to say.
Was he really?
He was having an online spat with the woman out of Mallorca. Who's the woman out of Mallorca? What's her name? Irish.
Don't know.
She Irish lady?
Don't know.
I want to say.
I'm going to look it up for you if you want.
Mallorca lady is no, not Mallorca.
She's Roisin Murphy.
Roisin Murphy. Now she has strong opinions about certain subjects, like certain wizard authors, and he was having an argument with her online, I believe, recently, and I think he was painting now as well.
Right.
So he goes on these sort of little rabbit holes. I've been on Boy George's Facebook page for ages. You've not mentioned the guy on his radiator yet.
The story is that apparently he was convicted of assault and false imprisonment of Auden Carlsen, a Norwegian model and male escort who initially stood for a photography session at his house before being handcuffed to a wall fixture and beaten with a metal chain.
Oof. Now.
Yeah.
That feels
15
like
months in 15 months bird for that.
I mean, should he have got that? I think that's fair, isn't it? I think that's.
He was out after 4 months.
All right. Okay.
Well, you're saying that he shouldn't be allowed on telly now because of that?
I think that if you're whipping sex workers with chains, as they're tied to a radiator, that feels like that feels like something that you shouldn't really be back out on the streets doing, singing about "Do you really want to hurt me?" Ironically. Yeah.
Well, here's hoping he gets visited by the karma chameleon at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. Lovely stuff. Shall we do
Although I would say that recently I've just read that Boy George has suffered from a hemorrhage polyp on his vocal cords, so wish him all the best.
Can't sing.
No,
don't wish him all the best.
All right,
wish him whip his polyp in, isn't it? I'll say, Boy George, I'll help you with this polyp. Dr. Donaldson here. Whip! Give him a big old whip, and then I'll go to prison for that amount of time.
Just whip that polyp off.
Whip that polyp. I've got polyps. I can't sing very high, but I'm not asked to. However much I
stop you,
plead
though.
with people. No, I can't hit the high notes in that golden K-pop do note song. That will not leave my head. Before we chip off, Luke, should we do some batteries?
Well, we haven't actually got any batteries, Peter, this week because all the ones that were sent in were such low-hanging fruit, so obviously not new players. I didn't want to burden you with them. So we are battery free this week.
The battery robot is very sad.
And hungry, presumably.
And hungry.
But battery robot, would you like to do an emotional appeal to our listenership to get their act together?
Yes, I would. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want me to say goodbye? Well, if that's not the case, you need to send in your batteries. hello@youcoulbeatshow.com.
And
Peter, could you tell them the email address a bit clearer, please?
Yes, I can, robot, sexy robot. It's hello@lukeandpetershow.com.
Sorry, I haven't finished interviewing the battery robot yet.
Sorry.
What are you going to have for your dinner tonight, battery robot?
Oil.
Bye-bye,
You have some
everyone.
bread to dip in. Get some balsamic vinegar.
A little bit of bread. A little bit of oil.
See ya.
Oh, see ya.